Good evening. Thank you for choosing NYNJPA Weather as your weather source for the Northern Mid-Atlantic. I'm meteorologist Stephen DiMartino. The main story this evening is obviously the moderate to heavy rain that is approaching the Northern Mid-Atlantic. Heavy rain's already fallen over much of the Baltimore and Washington, D.C. area, and that heavy rain stretches all the way back through the southeast coast and will move north tonight, tomorrow, tomorrow evening, and ending early Wednesday morning. Rainfall amounts over the region could exceed well over 2 inches of rain just from this storm alone, and we have one more on the way. Let's take a look at the water vapor satellite picture. On the water vapor this evening, we can clearly see a dynamic upper level low tilting to a negative axis over the Tennessee River Valley. A negative axis basically means that the upper level winds along the coast are moving from southeast to northwest. And that's bad news for us because that's bringing in a ton of tropical moisture from the Atlantic right into the East Coast and specifically right into the New York City and Philadelphia metropolitan area. As this upper level low lifts north and northeast towards the Great Lakes over the next 48 hours, heavy rain will impact much of the region. As the upper level low lifts north by Wednesday morning, will start to clear out a little bit, still should remain overcast, but definitely a break in the rainfall through from Wednesday morning into early Wednesday afternoon. However, there's another disturbance over the northern plains that's going to be diving into this trough, and one other disturbance in the Caribbean. Let's take a look at that disturbance. This tropical disturbance that is starting to develop to the south of Cuba is actually not the remnants of Tropical Storm Matthew. That remnants is actually over Mexico right now and continues to move towards the Pacific. This new disturbance, though, is rapidly developing, but it has a few issues. For one, there is a lot of shear over this disturbance. And also, they're starting to get some dry air interacting with this disturbance as well, which makes me suspicious that this is not a purely tropical system. What I think we're developing to the south of Cuba is what's called a subtropical low or hybrid low that has basically characteristics that are both tropical and extratropical. And basically, what it means for us is a lot of rain for the northern mid Atlantic because this disturbance is going to get picked up by the trough that's over the southeast and it will move north. Let's go back to the larger water vapor view to get a really good idea of exactly how this storm is going to develop. So again, looking at the water vapor throughout the United States, you can see that there's a disturbance diving down through the northern plains, trying to catch up with this upper level low. Won't actually do that, it'll kick it to the north, but the new disturbance is going to intensify and form its own upper level low. Meanwhile, the disturbance over Cuba moves north. The combination of these two systems by Wednesday night is going to produce an intense subtropical storm, basically a nor'easter, off the mid Atlantic coast on Wednesday night and producing very heavy rain for Thursday. This is the forecast from the HPC, which is basically the precipitation forecast from this morning through Friday morning. And as you can see, we're expecting quite a bit of rain over the New York City and Philadelphia metropolitan area. Now, this second storm that moves through is going to have a potential to produce quite a bit of wind and very heavy rainfall. It's going to be basically a very strong nor'easter on Wednesday night into Thursday morning. And that type of heavy rain will also feature some embedded thunderstorms and also a threat of wind gusts exceeding 30 miles per hour. So if you're along the New Jersey coast or around Long Island, take caution with this second storm because it will be a rather powerful storm in my opinion. Now the good news is that the heaviest rainfall is going to move very quickly through the region. One of the positive of having a positive NAO pattern, although weakly positive, is that these storms are going to be moving rather quickly. They're not going to sit and spin. So this storm is going to move quickly. I'm expecting anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of rain, possibly as much as 6 inches of rain and very heavy downpours. That'll be isolated between now and Friday morning. The good news is that by Friday afternoon on through Saturday, high pressure returns. It'll be cool. It'll definitely be fall-like, but at least it'll be dry. Thank you for choosing NYNJPA Weather as your weather source for the Northern Mid-Atlantic. I'm meteorologist Stephen DiMartino. Have an excellent evening.